Welcome to the Warlock's Brew. I'm the MaroonWarlock. On this week's episode, we've been doing red deck wins. We're currently 2-2, entering round 5. At the end of this video, there's going to be a brief analysis, things I would change, things like that, along with just a general evaluation. I kind of started getting into it a little bit in Game 4. The previous parts of this episode will be in the comments, or the description. We're going to be on the draw. This hand is terrible, so we're just going to mulligan. Because, yeah. This is better if we can discard one of these lands with the Tormenting Voice if we really need to. We got the Incendiary Flow. I'd like to scry a 1-drop here. We're going to bottom the crap out of that. We're playing against blue-red something. Maybe it's Dynavolt, which is fine, because this is a Burny kind of deck. A Burnley deck. Pass. That's fine. We're going to play our Mountain to start. Probably go Incendiary Flow turn 2. Unless we have something really juicy for the Tormenting to eat up. Yeah, okay. We're gonna Incendiary Flow, or we're gonna Brawler, get rid of the Tormenting on ETB. That way we have a body. And then we can go Flow next turn. They're gonna Harness, that's fine. They have to use all 3 energy on that. I'll take the 2-for-1 is more like a 1-for-1 in my mind, because I didn't want the double Tormenting. That feels a little... Yuck. We're going to Tormenting, discarding the extra Mountain, because I want to have an extra energy potentially if we had a Lathnu off of this. Or they... Okay. I haven't seen this card in a while. It's just exiled, right? Yeah, it's exiled. That's fine. This might be a little rough. We'll see how it all plays out in the end. Yeah, it's Dynavolt. That's fine. So we're probably going to side in those Artifact Hate cards to deal with that. We're going to play the Aether Hub. That's fine. And we're going to Incendiary Flow, because they're probably just going to be Dynavolting the crap out of us otherwise. It'd be nice to not draw lands, but again, it happens. Hopefully at this point we'll start drawing answers, because we've seen 6, 7 lands so far. Take a Temper. They got 4 cards. Let's try to get them to lose some cards here. Temper in the face. Do it while they have less lands, because there's really no point to not. Getting on Nathan. Get him in there. Our insolent Nathan. He's going to lap at your Dynavolt tower. I wish. Is he? I mean, sure, I'll do that. We're gonna play the Blood Rage Brawler. He's probably gonna blow it up on the Dynavolt ability, but it's more of the principle of the matter. Essence Scatter. I'm so happy that card's back. I might have to do a counter-based deck, or just build Dynavolt Tower. All right, they got 2 cards. We're gonna start. We're not gonna do it that way, but we're gonna drop our Lathnu Helion. Hopefully he resolves. He might not. They're going hardcore counter war here. One-sided counter war. But hopefully we'll start hitting relevant cards. Incendiary Flow is kind of relevant because we're a burn deck in the basest sense of the word. Yeah, burn. Burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno. I'm just waiting for that, We're gonna do this even though the Dynavolt should effectively kill it. We're gonna let it happen. Although, I think they're just gonna stack in on just killing me outright with their energy. I think this took me a bit too long to get there, but we still have some more burn spells in the deck. We got some heavy hitters here. We're gonna start putting them on that 8-turn clock. Oh, God. Up, up, up. There it is. Got there. It's fine. The only card I care about not getting countered is Hazoret and Glorybringer, except I'm not feeling too good about either likelihood. Oh, they're mainboarding Sweltering Suns. That's cool. Yeah, they're gonna start doing their shenanigans because they got a crap ton of energy right now. So they gotta start looking at the end game. But I'm gonna make them earn it because that's just how I roll. Can we stop drawing lands, deck? That'd be cool. Like, I run 22 because the 5 drops, but I'm not sure if I care enough. Like, I would rather be land screwed at times with this deck than land flooded, because at least land screwed, a lot of times I can still do some stuff. It's just the land flooding kind of hurts in this stage of the game, especially with the Gear Hulk coming into my booty. We're gonna grab a Glimmer. Yeah, it's a pretty good call. I think they got this because we didn't deal damage fast enough. Again, I'm gonna play it out as long as I can because I have no reason not to right now. But we're probably gonna bring in that Artifact Hate because that's our best option. But I mean, they got 7 cards to our 1. We are effectively out of gas. And they got the 2nd tower out. That's 6 damage. 3rd tower. That's 9. They're shy of land. Yeah, we're just gonna concede that and go to game 2. Obvious picks are obvious. By Force is going in as a 2 of. I thought about release the Gremlins for this actually. Fun facts. Or to go with the by Force, but decided against it. Don't care about the Lightning Axe or the Spray or the Harnessed. Devour, it's kind of crap. I'm realizing more so now than ever. No. What do I take out? Taking out the Harnessed because they don't do anything in this matchup. So I think this is all we side. Because otherwise, if we can flood the board fast enough and avoid the Sweltering Suns on their ends, I think we're in a good spot. So we're going to go first. We're going to keep this because I do like having Hazoret in the opening hand. And we got a turn 1 and a turn 2. And options for turn 3. So we're going to play Nathan to start. Try to goad out whatever we can. Burn him with the flow. Go with that. Or go from there. Drop that. Get that energy. Go to combat. Swing with Nathan. He's going to be all insolent and shit. Hit him with the flow. We get our 4 life point head start. Play our mountain. Go to combat. Swing with our Nathan. Nady, my boy. We're gonna Tormenting, discard the other Nathan. It just feels redundant. Play a Flame Blade. They're just scooping that one. That's cool. They obviously got a little land screwed. I'll take it. It happens. It's happened to me a few times, so I'll take the Magic Gods smiling for a change. We're gonna stick with what we got. We didn't really see how they worked anyway, and I think by Force is just the right call. Harness Lightning just doesn't do much. Like, all it does is it hits torrential, but I don't think we really care. If they drop torrential and we're that screwed, we're that screwed. This is a snap keep because we got the 2 lands, which is a little light, but we got Flame Blade and Shock and Tormenting and By Force, so we can deal with what they can dish out. So we're gonna keep. They're gonna get their starting plays. I'm gonna start with a Mountain, Adept, and then pass. We're not gonna be that tormenting is gonna be a bit later with the way this is looking. Mountain. We're gonna start attacking first. Try to draw out the kill spell. There it is. Oh. Oh. It can't block. Oh god, that's great. Oh, I don't think he realized that this has menace. Oh my god, that's fantastic. I don't like the fact it draws cards though. He can't block. That's a rough day. That is a rough day. Awesome. That is some good stuff. I was supposed to say he's got menace, dude. Oh my god, that's fantastic. That is wonderful. What we will do is we'll probably shock at the end of their turn. We're going to say the incendiary in case they force me into a block. I can pay it once and then go from there. But that card's effectively dead on board right now. And that's really nice. So we're going to shock him in the face. That hurts only because I could have double shocked, but it happens. That's fine. We're gonna flow them in the face. A little aggressive because they have Censor. That's a bad day for us. Can he attack? It does not have Defender. That's funny. I didn't even know this card existed. That's actually really funny, though. Oh my god. Alright. I think I want to play the Brawler. And I'll discard Tormenting. We'll stop being Cheese City with the shocks. Except they're gonna... Yeah, they're gonna do that thing. That's fine. They had to eat all the energy for that. They don't want him to live, and I don't blame them. That By Force is saved for Dynavolt Tower and or the other one there, Torrential. Because that card basically says red 1, kill Torrential Gearhulk. We're gonna shock in the face. Play our land. Pass turn, because they can't do anything as long as it's just the thief. They need one more land for the torrential. They're gonna cycle a Censor. They probably just drew that. They're gonna Glimmer. Ooh, that can start getting them somewhere because they can use the Aether Thief to draw an extra card after this. Scryed both to the bottom, so he's having a rough day. Whew, that was a good turn for them. They got their magic for Gearhulk up. Gonna play a Flame Blade. I assume a Torrential Gearhulk's coming onto my face here. Oh, that works too. That's fine. He's kind of the bane of his existence right now because he can't block with that thief. I think that's hysterical. I forgot. I didn't even think all about that. And I don't think he saw the adept the previous games. We're gonna hold the temper up till the end of their turn because there's no reason to play it. There's a Gear Hulk. We're gonna eat the 5 in the face, and that's fine. Again, we're gonna probably fiery temper them at the end of their turn. They're gonna do a glimmer. That's fine too. Stretch. Like, I'm okay eating 5 life in this scenario. My only problem is they got so many cards in hand right now that it doesn't feel warm and fuzzy inside. Yeah, they're gearing up for another kind of play. I gotta take care of that Gear Hulk, or try to. Hopefully all they got is a sensor, but they definitely have other counter spells like the Void Shatter. Commit. Oh, that's right, that's a card. Second from the top, so 2 turns. That's fine. And then memory does what? Draws them cards? Was that what it was? That's annoying. Where's the preview pane? Because I'm not dealing with that right now. That didn't help at all. Each player shuffles his or her hand in graveyard and his or her library, then draws 7. That's obnoxious. So we're gonna. There's going to be a Glimmer. That's fine. There's not much I can do about that. And they're going to draw another card off of the shield. Or, yeah, the Aether Thief. Yeah, they're just going for the beats. And that's fine. There's a Dynavolt Tower. Blue, blue, 1, 2, 3, 4. I hate to discard the dragon, but I need to do this now because I can totally see them doing the aftermath and making me lose out on that card. Yes, yeah, they're cycling. Okay. Cycling again. I was saying, are they really cycling a 3rd time? Holy crap! Yeah, no, they're digging for a negate at this point. Ideally, I hit land with that 2nd card. I did not, but we gotta answer the Gear Hulk before. Like the Dynavolt, I'm not overly concerned with at this point of the game, as opposed to. Yeah, like I'm not overly concerned with Dynavolt. Like it's gonna get me eventually, but compared to the Gear Hulk closing out a 2-turn clock, the tower, they still need to do things. If that makes sense. Like I can still flow them to death. Or I can flow and neonate them. And try to get there that way. Like he's got 3 with the tower right now. Playing a 2nd tower. Whoopee. We have 1 up for a sensor, but I think they already cycled all their sensors. And if they don't have a counter here, then dear God, what have they been doing? Yeah, no, here it is. but I mean, I needed to do that. That's a Gear Hulk. What are they flashing back? Do they have anything to flash back? Oh god. Oh, that's great. Oh, that actually hurts a lot. I think I just lose this. It was fun though, but I think I just lose this. So that goes second from the top. We're taking 3 to the face. We're gonna play the Neonate to pray for an answer here. Or it's gonna be a block, blow them up, sadly get rid of Incendiary Flow. We're gonna play this out. I think he's already got it. There's just too much damage happening here. Yeah, they got it done. They got it done. That's just salt in the wound. That's cold. It happens though, so we're gonna Dynavolt it to death. I'll let him do it. Taking the 5, that's fine. It was a well-played game. It just didn't work out quite the way we wanted, and that's fine. So we're gonna go back to our deck list here. Finished 2 and 3. It was better than last week where we did the 1 and 4 with modern zombies. So analysis of this one. Again, I think it's not bad if your LGS isn't overly competitive. It can compete, and it's relatively cheap. Again, the only money cards really are the Hazoret and the Glorybringer, and Sweltering Suns out of the side. That being said, it could use some work in general, especially in the sideboard, and maybe if you want to splurge splash, because I did see a green. I know there's like a green-red sort of monsters kind of thing going around with that at Hydra with Embalm. But either way, Devour in Flames is a crap card. Just, it never really was relevant in terms of siding in. It just felt like there were better cards I could have sided in. Collected Defiance is kind of in that same bad place. Just didn't really do much of anything to really justify its existence in the deck, or the sideboard at least. And like I said, Devour wasn't that great. I will say, though, is that Hazoret, when it did land, did a lot of work. That if I were to change something, it would have probably been adding more Hazorets in. And probably just cutting the Glorybringers from the main. And maybe take those Glorybringers and turn them into Hazorets. And then maybe take the Glorybringers and put them on the side. If I were to make a quick adjustment, it puts the budget a little bit higher for those that would want to build on a budget. But it's an option. I do stick by my thoughts on Tormenting Voice over Cathartic, because the Tormenting was a lot easier to play around, where there were times where if I had had Cathartic instead of Tormenting, it would not have ended that well. You could probably do without the shocks if you wanted to adjust. Same thing with the Harness Lightnings. They could just go to the side over some of the other cards that you could put into this. Like I said, a big weakness of this deck was, like, we lost one of those matches strictly because they used Cast Out on the Hazoret, or one of those games, rather. We didn't lose that match, I think. I think we won that one. But that Hazoret... No, we didn't win that one, but when they Cast Out on Hazoret, we got pretty hosed, and that cost us a win, because that would have gotten us there. So, again, it comes down to, this card is a real good threat, and I would highly recommend it. Because between the haste ability and the 5/4 body, like, you're going to be Hellbent or Heckbent, which is like the one card in hand. And then this ability right here, the red 2 discard a card, is just... It turns your dead draws into things. Like, I drew a land, I can just pitch it. I draw another Hazoret, and this one's not going anywhere, I can just pitch it. I feel like a part of the problem with this deck during this recordings today was there were times where I was hitting a lot of land. So, I mean, you can maybe even justify cutting lands, especially if you cut out the Glorybringers from the main. Because you have the card draw in Tormenting, you have the card draw in Insolite. You can maybe find another way to get some card draw in there in the long run. So, that's my evaluation. I do like the buy force in there. It forced them to do some counters. It was just weird cycling effects and stuff. All in all, I did like this deck. It was a lot of fun. I would recommend in that regard. If you're on a budget and you're looking for just a fun deck, red deck wins can be a thing. You don't have to worry about all the non-basics and stuff like that. A lot of the cards are from the previous sets, so the only things you have to really go out to find would be Glorybringer, Hazoret, and the Flameblade Adept, our favorite Jackal. And the Blood Rage Brawler. That card was nice. Again, it was rough that it went 2 and 3, but there were a couple games where if we had a land drop that went our way or whatever, a top deck, it could have easily been 3 and 2 or even 4 and 1. So take that as you will. I enjoyed playing the deck, so I would highly recommend it either way. I think that's it for this week of the Warlock's Brew. If you have a deck list you want me to try out next week, just feel free to leave in the comments in any of these videos, and I'll probably take a look and see if I can't build it for next week. Depends on my time. I am prepping for the SCG Open at the end of the month, so I'll probably be putting some stuff for my main modern deck for that, instead of the weekly Warlock's Brew that I'm trying to do, but we'll see how that goes. Either way, thanks for watching. Feel free to hit the subscribe button if you want to keeping up to date on this or any of the other game videos I put up on this channel. I'm the MaroonWarlock. This is Warlock Gaming, and this is me signing off for this week's episode of Warlock's Brew. Have a great weekend, day, or whatever.